Welcome back to the show. The US's strategy revision comes as Afghanistan is struggling politically. The credibility of the August elections is in doubt as the two main rivals, Hamid Karzai and Abdullah, refuse to budge from their stated positions. Wajahat Ali explores how the ambiguity is dangerous at this critical time.
In a democracy, elections can either become a source of political legitimacy or they can result in heavy political wrangling. The recent Afghan presidential election falls in the latter category. It has been criticized by various political factions, and many experts believe that it has created more problems for the country than it has solved. The election was held amid Taliban violence in August this year, but its results have not been announced since the UN-backed Electoral Complaints Commission is investigating serious fraud allegations. Meanwhile, polarization among various ethnic factions has sharply increased in Afghanistan, and with allegations of ballot stuffing against him, President Hamid Karzai has lost much of his credibility. All this is happening when violence is on an upsurge in the war-ravaged country. The Taliban insurgency is gaining momentum, and Western governments are finding it difficult to convince themselves that more troops can make a difference in Afghanistan. Yet, experts believe that political instability in this state can have ramifications for the rest of the region.
Political instability in Afghanistan will have a direct bearing not only on Pakistan but also in the region. And I think probably it's most important at this point that a political stability should be restored in Afghanistan. Otherwise, the whole region will remain destabilized.
The ongoing political battle in Afghanistan became more serious when the Tajik supporters of Abdullah accused the United Nations of supporting Hamid Karzai of Pashtun origin. The allegation was made after a UN diplomat claimed that the world body was trying to conceal election fraud to favor the incumbent president. The presidential election in Afghanistan thus pronounced the ethnic divisions in the country.
I will not say that ethnic division will be deepened by this election. There's already existed because the way the Northern Alliance was put into the government has created a kind of serious division among between the Pashtun and other nationality of Afghanistan. This is basically inherent in the political structure which is existing in Afghanistan at this point. That may have worsened because of the elections, but I think a major problem in Afghanistan is that lack of credibility of the government.
Free, fair and transparent presidential elections could have engendered the spirit of nationalism among the Afghan people. But it seems that the country's political elite requires greater maturity to rise above their ethnic differences and turn their country into a modern nation-state.
Will political instability in Afghanistan offset the gains that Pakistan made against the Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan? We asked some experts.
The situation in Afghanistan is to be handled by American troops, NATO and ISAF, and the Afghan troops. And the only thing we want to ensure is that nobody from there moves into Pakistan or Waziristan, South Waziristan, North Waziristan. That is going to affect. But at the moment, I think the army and the government have got complete control over the situation after the fight in Swat, and now preparing for a fight in Waziristan.
If the situation in Afghanistan remains unstable, if the allegations of electoral fraud committed by members of the Karzai regime continue to fly around, this obviously destabilizes the entire situation and creates an air of uncertainty, and that also then travels into the border regions on both sides of the Durand line and has somewhat bearing on the fight against militants holed up in the area.
It's time now for a short break. On the other side, should Pakistan pay the price for American failures?